Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Italy. We are playing on Elite difficulty. We're gonna be communists. Because sure, why not, right? We're gonna mix it up a little bit. And right now we are justifying against Austria. We're starting some stuff. Normally, I'm quite a fan of just letting the focus tree determine what we're gonna do. But we're currently trying to do some explicit shenanigans here by taking Austria, because it is very natural for Italy to go to war with Yugoslavia, which is guaranteed by Czechoslovakia, and we need to be able to reach Czechoslovakia. And we want to do all this. Ideally, we're going to try... that's our goal. Our goal is to finish the Albanian occupation, is to take Austria, and then it's going to be to take Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia, or at least start the war for Yugoslavia/Czechoslovakia before world tension hits 25%, and then finish that up and have a big amount of territory. If the world tension goes up too high too fast, we will be unable to pursue this. We may be able to delay, because if someone else does something that raises world tension, eventually it will decline. But it doesn't decline that fast, and then someone else might start something along the way. So we'll see what we can do. But then the other thing is, since we're not playing on historical focuses, France and Czechoslovakia might decide to form the French Entente, which will weaken the Allies, which is probably good long-term, but sucks short-term, because we won't be able to start this because we can't take France early on. We're going to be able to take France fairly quickly, but not super early on. We have some troops over here, but they've been told to pull back a little bit. Okay, we can go in and pause. So the 22nd of September is the war with Austria is going to start. They're going to attack us with their battle kangaroos. It's going to be very dangerous. Skewer us like shrimp on a Barbie. And other jokes. Anyway. Tech. Okay, some of our construction has been done. Hey, the Olympics just went. Woo! And we've got our fighter planes that are going to come in as well. We're going to start slowly producing them. But I am happy to have them. All right. Now that that's done and construction is done, please pause. I'm going to go over in industry. We are going to get excavation. So I don't always get this. It mostly depends on how much do we produce in our country. And as it turns out, as Italy, we produce a ton of aluminum. I'll say aluminum instead of aluminium, because this is the way it's spelt here. It's got the American spelling. I don't know why Paradox went that way. I mean, there's a fair number of things in this game that are sort of American centric in terms of some of the nomenclature and organization. Like, even certain references to, like, the divisions and brigades and things like that. Different nations had slightly different balances and things like that with their military organization. And I think more of this sort of name convention comes from that. Or is maybe borrowed from some of the more modern, like, NATO conventions and stuff, which is still heavily influenced by the American side of things. And maybe that's why they went with aluminum as the spelling here. I don't know. Anyway, that aside, we produce a ton of this and a ton of steel as well. So the 10% boost, if you're a country that doesn't produce much, maybe not make a difference. But here, it should really give us a lot more, and we do need a lot of steel to produce some of the goods we want. Plus, trading away some more, if we can manage it, to get some more civilian factories is perfectly okay. So we're going to grab excavation. We're also... I don't know if I want to do it now. We're going to need oil refineries. We have no choice. We need so much fuel to run mostly our navy, and we ain't got none. Even when we do our focuses to generate oil in Northern Africa, it's still going to be nowhere close to enough. We definitely need some of these. That being said, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get radio, because the reinforcement rate boost is pretty important. We need to tweak our aircrafts here, our fighters. We are going to be mailing the fighter ones. Unfortunately, we don't have enough air experience to make any tweaks, I think. Yeah, 25. So we'll just build just regular fighters over here. And as we get more production, we're definitely going to want to add more lines to our fighters, for sure. But I'm not sure I want to take any of these away right now. And we don't have anything making close air support right now, and we're going to want a factory producing that. So that's going to be okay. I think we'll leave things as is, and that's going to be fine. So we got less than a month, and the war in Austria will start. Did our volunteers move away? Yeah, good. Yeah, just stay back. Don't take any more hits. It's going to be fine. Now, it's like this is slowed down quite a bit. Oh, it looks like their progress in the south is actually going okay. Sometimes they take care of... I don't know if all this is Catalonia. Yeah, okay, all of this is Catalonia. Because like Barcelona's in Catalonia, but I don't know about the rest of it. Anyway, oftentimes I feel like this falls first, and then they focus over here, because it is a small area, but it is very mountainous, and it can be hard to find, like, an opening. So depending on exactly where the troops are laid out... Oh, there's some Soviet troops here, too. Okay, justification is done. I like to bring the speed way down in the dialogue boxes because, like, it's paused, but then if you hit OK, it's not, and then, anyway. I think there's no reason why we couldn't start the war immediately. So we're going to get an extra 3% world tension. Gotta keep an eye on this. We have no allies to call in. Yeah, it's us versus Austria. All right. Now, our planes here... Oh, I need to do one more little alteration here of my planes before we got started. So we got our tactical bombers. They have pretty good range. Like, we have this closer air base. The thing is, we have more than 600 planes here, but barely so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the tactical bombers in half. I'm going to move most of the planes... Well, first of all, I'm going to tell all the planes you're going to operate in the Alpine region. You're going to do air superiority, close air support. I don't think we're going to do any strategic bombing. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything except one of my wings of tactical bombers and actually move them here. So they're a little closer to covering the entirety of Austria here. I should have done that first because now they won't be actually participating in the battle at this time, but that's going to be okay. You guys can actually advance. Okay. There we go. Huge stats. There go our planes as well. And this should go fine. Now, depending on the world tension situation, you may want to hold off piecing out with Austria sometimes. This is one of my test games. Like, you have to be careful. If you just peace out, just period, world tension goes down. If you take territory, world tension goes up. Depending on claims and different things and whatever. But if you're really afraid of triggering a certain amount of world tension, it is like you do have to kind of keep that in mind. If you guys do advance over here, I know you're on the defense right now, but if you do advance there, you're going to cut these guys in half, which is nice. And yeah, mostly we're going to use our light quote-unquote tanks to drive forward a fair bit here. I think one of these, what we're going to do, you're going to still advance there, but then you're going to take a trip north. We can cut off people from the capital to ruin their supply, and mostly just hit the victory points as quickly as possible. Let me go in here. Because, yeah, if they're moving, they're not dug in. Same thing here. They've got actually... Oh, yeah, they were already on the run, which is going to be nice. I'm going to split half of you and send you to Salzburg. This is going to split Austria in two. These guys are going to get starved out. We need to grab most of the victory points in Austria. I think you can leave one behind. It's okay. Let me grab one of these tanks. We're going to grab this airport right away, which is going to be really nice. And you'll actually cross the river and then go there. After you're done that, you're going to go here. A little aggressive, but I don't think we're at any kind of risk of being cut off anywhere. Do that. Capital is now Salzburg because Vienna fell. Come in here. Actually, do one of those. Volunteer forces have returned. Let's just go and add them to, I don't know, Teal Army. Let's say that. Yeah, you're still training. Yeah, we're not going to need you for this war. It's fine. Let's do this, just because otherwise divisions will stay and guard that, which is kind of annoying. Although, I suspect the war is going to end very quickly. Make sure to go that way. So Innsbruck is left, and I think they will GG out with Innsbruck remaining. So we're going to get Linz. You go clean this up. And there. Ah, there we go. So, if we were to take all states... Okay, good. Good. Everything's still fine. Just double check. We don't have that magic number of 25. We're going to take everything. Done. Keep in mind, we're going to do a few more things. The Albanian occupation will set the numbers up. And at some point, we do have to fabricate on Yugoslavia. We're going to have claims. We have claims, but we still have to fabricate. Or justify. There is a slight difference. If we were to just conquer, say, Dalmatia, 8% world tension. If instead we are to take claimed, 6%. Still, look at this. This would bring us to 25. I gotta wait. Because I think the world tension goes up immediately. Not when the claim is fabricated. But, so we're going to be in a little bit of a waiting period here as some of it tries to burn off. We may be able to pull this off. We may not. I don't know. I had considered, in some of my tests, not doing the Albanian occupation. To save some world tension as well, to make this work a little bit better. Maybe that would have been the way to go. I don't know. I don't know. You can do things in slightly different orders. But I think this is fine. But I did experiment with not doing Albania, and then you might be able to squeeze these in first, and Albania might tell you no, but, you know, we'll deal with that. We do have some extra military factories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put more in support equipment. We may want to pull this back later, but we do have a deficit now. I mean, we also have a deficit here, but I specifically want to add more of these divisions to my, or these companies, support companies to my divisions. So we need to start piling up a little bit of an excess of this. We'll pre-queue that. That's going to be okay. What is our decisions that are available right now? Prepare for civil war. Okay. So communism is indeed on the rise. I don't want to do a civil war. Civil war is the fastest way to change governments, but you use up some manpower and equipment and whatever. And we want to change communism fast, I guess. I don't know. Do we even care that much? But I certainly don't want a civil war. So we're going to do it through a referendum instead. All right. Then we need to plan for this war, which, again, we may or may not do it. Various experimentations got different results. We are going to be fighting Czechoslovakia. So we'll have one front that's going to be over there. We'll have another front that's going to be here and eager to rush down to Belgrade. We're going to need some troops over here. Now, these guys are going to be finding the mountains quite early on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new army with my Alpini. Do I have, I was going to say, I think I had 5 divisions of it. So there you go. You're going to go over there and get a commander. And then, if we get Albania, which we should, we need to put a bunch more troops in Albania. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna put any troops in Albania. What Albania is going to do is it's going to draw some of the Yugoslavian troops are going to surround the border in Albania. And when the war starts, they'll march through here. But these are troops that are not going to be at the other front. Oh, and you are... your job sort of split this or to push. I mean, I could have you push this way. But honestly, from here, if we just pushed, say, something up to this... that would be quite nice. So that's sort of the plan we're going to be operating on. We need to stop our planes. So just tell them all to halt. And just as a redundancy, I'm also going to remove their missions here, just to make sure they're not doing anything. So just sit still, don't burn any fuel. We're going to burn a little bit of our tanks move around here and reposition. Albania occupation is done. I'm just going to hit OK for now. Oh, actually, I don't think... I could save my political power for some of the law changes, but no, we are going to, at this point, actually start down the left tree for the industry. It's so weird to have delayed it so much, but we're going to do it. Albania yields. Okay, world tension's up to 21%. So, if we were to do this, we would raise the world tension up to 27, which would be enough to have some guarantees. What we're going to do is we're going to try to chill. We did all this pretty fast, and we gained territory. Like, things are fine. Oh, we need to open up political discourse. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're going to hope that the world tension decreases a little. Again, other countries might do stuff. We'll see. What other events have happened? I mean, mostly it's in 37. Japan and China is going to go to war, and that's going to go up pretty crazy. Yeah, mostly it's me. That might not change, but we'll see. And maybe, maybe I did it in the wrong order. But mostly there seemed to be a lot of RNG about, like, timing for different things. All right, that's going. I think when they peace out, world tension might drop. Although, it doesn't look like things are changing very rapidly over here, which is highly unfortunate. But yeah, I'm not sure if the Civil War ending drops world tension. But we're just going to run the game on speed 5 for now. I mean, we still have to justify. So even, like, we can't just wait for it to drop and then go. So 19, we sort of have to wait for it to say 18. There's weird rounding that happens here. Wait, what? Oh, the King married Wallace Simpson. Okay. So, what? Fallen government. Cabinet crisis. Okay. So we have, yeah, just Canada, not Dominion of Canada, just Canada. And just India, not the Raj, which means almost certainly Afghanistan and India are about to go to war. Or no, Pakistan, right, there's going to be a civil war. That's what it is. I'm like, there's something that happens over here, right? I don't know if it's guaranteed, but that's usually what I see when this happens. So already we've got a crazy alt history thing happening. I haven't played with the UK in ages, and they've got this whole, like, new tree that got redesigned, like, 1,000,000 years ago. It's got all the naval... It's such a huge tree. Like, compare this to Italy. This is the revamp, where I'm not sure... Italy, I think, has gotten some tweaks maybe since the original release, but it's still pretty vanilla tree and not very big. Italy makes up for it, though, by being in a really interesting area to play. Alright, so it's every month that the tick goes down a little. So, what's our timer at? Okay. December the 1st, 20%. I mean, but it did go down slightly. Again, there's weird roundings. The thing is, we can't start the war if they get guaranteed by the UK or France. So we may as well wait. So it was 6%, right? Yeah. So even at 19, that'll bring us to 25. Again, if the tension goes up only after the justification is over, there might be a window, but I don't think it does. I'm actually. Oh, we do have to do one discredit government along the way. I don't think you can repeat this, but yeah, changes popularity, fashion, speeds things up. You know what? Maybe let me turn this off for a scooch. So basically, we need to get the Communist Party support to be above 50%, so that we can run the referendum. And we can do that by either boosting the communism, which is happening automatically because of our leader, but we can also do it by, like, lowering the popularity of other things, too. Let me hold off on that for a scooch. I don't... Hoy for justify war goal. I don't know when it happens. I feel like it's at the start. I kind of want to do a save, because if it happens at the end, and I don't know when. Justify war goal. When does world tension go up? I don't know if Google's gonna have an answer for me. I think it happens right away, though. I think it does. Part of me is like, it'll be really stupid if it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Austria. It went up immediately. Okay, the alliance is happening. That's... I mean, the Allies is kind of scary, although it's interesting that the UK with the fallen government... Interesting. Any progress over here? I really need the Nationalists to win, actually. Maybe I should have stayed longer. Well, no, or fought longer. I don't know. Anyway, industrial effort. I need to get a research slot. Okay, come January 1st, if it drops to 19, I might try. I don't know. That's crazy. And we gotta go before, like, Japan starts its shit. What are you doing? You're doing the works. Do we know what Japan's up to right now? National research policy, that's fine. Okay. Armament efforts. It doesn't look like anyone's about to start a war. Okay, there's our 19. The thing is, there's decimals here. It doesn't show anywhere either. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this quick. I may revert that save. Oh, it's 5%. Oh, I think as time goes on, yeah, the scaling drops down. So we're only getting 5%. So theoretically, again, there could be a weird decimal situation here. In theory, if we're doing this, this should raise it to 24%. There should be no guarantee. Okay, we're still good. It's this over here. If we see a French or UK flag happens, we'll have to revert. Other things... Oh, there we go, 25%. Other things may have happened. Okay, we're still okay. We're still okay. Start of February, world tension will drop a little bit more, again, unless someone starts a big war. And the thing is, the worst case scenario, they get guaranteed, and we just back off. It cost us some political power, not that much, because when we had to claim, so it's a little cheaper. Okay, it looks like it's starting to happen, so that's good. These guys are still partially green. We're going to go and put them down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start training up some garrisons. And we're going to need a lot of them. I'm going to keep this really low priority. They got some of the equipment right away, but that's okay. Like, I don't know, 24 of these guys. But they can build up slowly. It's fine. They can spawn out, say, over here. We might manually deploy a few early on. That's going to be okay. But we need to tweak our lines. I think I'm not going to push into... Who's got the scariest army between these two? So let's call that, let's say 30 divisions. Probably less than 30 divisions. I think what we do is we sort of hold the line against Czechoslovakia, and then we push hard down here. So we want our most defensive troops on the border with Czechoslovakia. And that is going to be regular infantry, because they have the dig in. Colonial infantry are basically the exact same as my full infantry divisions, except they don't have engineers. And engineers, they do help with river crossings and stuff, but mostly they do a lot of digging and give us a lot of defense. So out of our teal group, so we've got 2 teal groups. That's going to be super confusing. Okay, you over here. We'll tell you what, teal, because that's the color of Czechoslovakia. And then we'll use pink and, I don't know, green, let's say over here, for these guys. So teal group is going to be just regular infantry. And over here, I think we do want to buff that out a little bit. That's going to be good. Teal, you've also got some tanks, which we're going to add to our sort of pink over here. Although, maybe what I'll do, I'm going to change my generals around. I'm going to put Messe in charge of this guy. He's got tanks, and he's stronger, and we're just going to have Hugo deal with this. I don't like, you know, thematically, I kind of want to keep the commanders in the same divisions. I could have swapped the divisions around before doing this, but they were already in position, so we'll just swap the commanders, and that's going to be fine. Teal is not going to have an attack move enabled, because we don't want to leave its entrenchment. But pink and green are definitely going to get their attack moves right from the start. Got some unassigned divisions that we just trained up over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 provinces over here. I kind of feel like Kiel should probably have like 14 divisions, 2 each. Although there's a good chance it'll put 3 in some places, like maybe Linz, like because it's a victory point. I'm going to grab half of these and add them to teal. I'm bringing up with 16. You know what? I think I'm fine with that. I really want to make sure we don't get pushed in from the north because it gets super awkward. The rest of the divisions, I'm wondering if it might be best to have like just a huge push coming in from here. No, I don't know. I'll throw you in. I'll throw you into the north, and that's going to be okay. So yeah, we don't want to push here. There's a victory point here, and if we do this, there's a chance we'll have to evaluate, because we're going to be bulging quite a bit. But depending on how it goes, we might be able to cut things off, or we might get relinked over here. Actually, what if these guys, instead, are going to be trying to push from the back here? That actually might be the strongest play. Break this front. I kind of like that. Yeah, we're going to have 9 divisions. It'd be great to grab split. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the cards. Some more training, some equipment, some shortfalls still. Now, this is some in training as well, right? So it's a little, yeah, from the new deployments, 4,700. So I think all of our troops in the field, I guess we can check from here. There's some reinforcements missing. It's some support equipment. That's mostly it. That's okay. We're using fuel right now for the army movements. Air's not doing anything. Radio is done. So if you don't know, the way in combat works is, let's say you send like a crap ton of divisions into combat. They don't all join the combat right away. There's a tick every hour to see if a division joins the combat, the reinforcement chance. It starts quite low. This 5% boost, and this is 5% every hour, is actually pretty substantial, makes a big difference in having your divisions join combat in a timely fashion. It is 1937. Which is a new era for construction. So we're absolutely going to start on that. I'm actually going to start on fuel refining early on because we desperately need more fuel. So this lets us convert more fuel from our oil as well as our refineries. Not that we really have much of either. Maybe I should get the artificial refinery thing first. Okay, you know what? I'm going to grab construction. We don't need radar right now. It would be nice, but I don't think we can spare the thing. We're going to grab concentrated industry 2. Machine tools to improve our production efficiency cap, which is huge. For us, it brings us from 20 to 30. This is a 50% improvement in our production efficiency. It's crazy. It's going to be so important, but so is the oil. I'm going to grab the fuel refining here, because we may not be able to build that many fuel refineries early on. We'll have to just get our built-in conversion rate a little bit better, and then if we keep going down here, we'll be able to pick up the prospect for oil and the bean refineries, which is going to be huge. We don't have to rush down here as much. We rush down this right-hand side just so that we could try, and it's still not guaranteed, right? Try to do this without a crazy amount of guarantees. And it looks like we've succeeded thus far. And on that note, we're probably doomed because I said that. We're going to put a cut in here. Next episode, in theory, we should be able to reach April the 27th and be ready to start our wars against the Slavias and Slovakias of the world. And I think that's all of them, right? As far as, like, know at this time. I think those are the only ones with names that sound like that. Latvia kind of sounds like that right now. But yeah, against these 2 dudes over here, which is not going to be the easiest. The fact that we have to split our front is gonna make things a little bit rougher, but I think we're gonna have this. Folks, thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye-bye.